Hey guys, welcome to another commentary done by Diggity. Upper left-hand corner, we got Unco starting as the red Terran, 6 o'clock location. We have Tom starting as the blue Zerg. But check this out. If I had not had top versus bottom workable with this, it would have been blue versus blue. I actually wonder if either of these guys left this way, because that could get real confusing. This is going to be on Dominator. Man, and that's one thing is when you do the map selection like this, the colors still hold in the replay bar. But anyway, which just throws me off. It's like, it's the same player, it's the same player. I will say knockout. So if you guys missed the previous game, I don't know, it was kind of a flubbed game a little bit, both directions. Tom really dropping it. On knockout, a single sunken colony actually ends up doing a lot more than it usually would, because you have that gutter to work with, but Tom failing to build sunken colonies at all, and Unco just jumping on him and getting the kill. There's a little bit of a flub on Unco's part, not projecting for the run by, but at the same time, Tom just completely not reacting and no sunken colonies, and Unco jumping on it. And that's giving him a 1-game lead here to start. We'll see if Tom adjusts and is able to recover after that. Overlord going towards the 3rd spawn. By the way, this is they changed this to a 3-spawn map. So you got the initial 3rd spawn over here. I do feel like this, because there's the mineral only, so in TVZ, these little mineral only potholes, this is a trap base almost. Once Terran, if Terran goes for this, minerals are great, you can build a lot of Marines with it. The lack of a 3rd gas at this base, I think it hurts Zerg more than anything, because you need that. Zerg runs on gas. For minerals, you get Zerglings, and Marines eventually, very quickly, will outscale that. Looks like Tom going to go ahead and move out with the scout. We do have a barracks here to start. Go ahead and see the gas time. It looks like it's a 205 gas with a spawning pool underneath. First scout here from Unco, so going to get some rapid information. But anyway, the third base for Zerg on this map is a challenge. And I think Unco's got to be, or I should say Tom's got to be kicking himself for dropping that game 1, because I do think Knockout is a very, very strong map for Zerg. I should maybe hold my tongue and check out what the statistics are before anything. It looks like we got an accidental 4 drones on gas, by the way. It looks like when Tom recognized the air and drawing back. Marine pushing away the drone, but the drone at least able to get some scouting information up towards the front. Unco plopping down that command center as we've got that natural online, and the drone drawing back. The Marine gonna hold, SCV gonna hold. We're going to be able to see the layer time in the initial 2 Zerglings being built. The other trick of that is so usually with a 205-ish gas, if all goes according to plan and you don't have any shenanigans, maybe I missed some shenanigans, you usually have the Mutalisks out somewhere around 540, 535, 540. Oops! That Zergling's a murderer. You're allowed to kill SCVs, you're not allowed to kill other Zerglings. Holy cow. Well, I guess unless they're on the other team. Unco moving out with the initial 3 Marines. That'll force out either a sunken or some additional Zerglings here. It looks like the drone's going to pull back. Do we have additional Zerglings being built? Okay, they are, but they're being built at the main rather than the natural, so a lot of damage going to be done. This is an inverted ramp as well. That Overlord might get picked off on top of everything else. Tom having some trouble here in these matches. Overlord just gets out of range. And I don't think this is enough Zerglings. Yeah, well, let's see how this works out. Okay, looks like, never mind, I take it back, enough Zerglings. I thought with concentrated fire and a decent positioning that would have been better, but anyway. Marines do better in larger groups. Kind of bullies that way. Academy, constructed 2nd barracks in play, but I think Unco, first of all, shut down that natural expansion, forced out a few additional Zerglings rather than drones. 2nd extractor, by the way. Spire on the way as well. Keep saying on the way. On the way, by the way. Is there another, like, way thing? Tom supply blocking himself briefly here, by the way. By the way, there we go. Should challenge myself in the next cast to not say way in any way, shape, or form. The ultimate challenge. Maybe I shouldn't do that to myself when I'm fatigued. And towards the end of the week. It is a Friday for me. Engineering Bay Academy, 3rd barracks. I think Unco, pleased with the initial damage he's gotten done, might stick on 3. I actually do not like, so there's something about the current Terran meta, TVZ, where you go 3 barracks and then 2 starport, but I don't feel like this ends up very threatening against the larger Mutalisk count that Zerg tends to throw out. See, here it is in plenty of time. 340, 345, and then the Mutalisks are usually out by like 350 and can be towards the base by about 6 minutes. Zergling's getting cleaned up, no stim required. Gonna apply pressure. Is Tom gonna go ahead and drop? Okay, he is getting in position to go ahead and drop that command center, or that command center, god. That sunken colony. I should pause after this one because I am very fatigued. 3 Mutalisks out to the front, taking a bit of free damage. Drawing back. Unco getting some good damage. 4 Mutalisks is not really threatening. You really need the 5 to get a single shot off on the Marine. A stim expended, now moving up. And you need to hit that same Marine. There we go. Now we got 7, and Unco taking some shots. Probably going to lose. At this stage, actually, Tom could jump on this very easily and wipe this entire attack force out. Needs to not be so gentle with it, and the longer he waits, oof. I wonder if just straight pin attack moving would have been better there. The medics are out of energy, by the way. We got 8 Mutalisks. They should be able to wipe all this out. But Tom playing a little bit overly passive. Does have that 3rd base and 3rd gas. Just about. I gotta presume this is very, very laggy for him. Because this army should have died a long time ago, particularly with the medics with 0 energy. More Mutalisks fanning out. Looks like Tom gonna draw. I think he pulled off. He wanted to draw off this Mutalisk. Pulled off the wrong one, and he's taking a lot of free damage as he's moving in and out. I think he's just having trouble microing in the space of this. Yeah, if he just... there we go. Finally able to wipe out this attack force, but this is coming very, very late. Mutalisks now making their way forward. Only 2 medics. We got 2 turrets along that right-hand side. 1 turret along that right, because this is a area that could provide a lot of harassment. Double starport up at a very fast click, and this is well before we're making our way to Hive. So if Tom is going to win this, I think he's got to win it off Mutalisk micro, and thus far I'm not convinced that in these conditions he's going to be able to do it. He is getting rid of a very protected turret along the Marine transfer point. Wandering up, getting all sorts of SCV kills. What happened? All of a sudden the Muto Micro keyed on, he got all sorts of kills. So I guess sometimes it's easier to micro the larger Mutalisk ball than anything. Tom had a full control group of Mutalisk, by the way. This isn't all in because he does have that 3rd. It looks like we got the Queen's Nest and a Hydralisk Den mutating, but this is going to rack up a lot of Marine kills. Also looks like he's going to be able to slow down that science facility. Tom doing a good job of creating a lot of delay and havoc. He might... I'm going to take back what I said. Whereas, like, he's got to win it on Mutalisk micro. He's starting to do it. He could draw back around, wipe some additional Marines out here. Could probably rake a lot of damage and cycle back this direction and get a lot of damage done in that location as well. And it's like he can hear me. Beautiful. Does need to cycle around to the north, though, to get best positioning. It looks like Sunken Colony dropping. We have Lurkers going to be out in not too long. Unco trying to hunt down those Mutalisks. At least was able to push them off. Went for drop ships before science vessels. That's crazy. Think recognized he's got to go for a potential Hail Mary. Needs to not get spotted as he's drawing his way out. Unco showing an SCV to the 12 o'clock. The Mutalisk's somewhat out of position. Yeah, could drop a lot of troops over the wall. If he takes out the Hive or the Spire, that will be a game win. But he will need to defend everything else. Is he finding the reinforcements? He's not finding the reinforcements. One army scooped up. Second army scooped up. And we got 0 defenses, and the Mutalisk clear across the map. Is everything going to drop right on top of this? Overlord's going to get killed. I think the drone scattering. The big win though is spawning pool, Defiler Mound, Hive Spire, any of this. Gas also getting wiped out. Lurker crawling in. The rest of the army making its way across. Trying to focus down that Hive as quickly as they can. A few Marines getting drawn back. The rest of the Mutalisks now there. They're getting it picked off. Keep in mind, no Science Vessel in the space of this. Defiler Mound gonna get focused down. Unfortunately for Unco, man, this was a great drop. Got the Defiler Mounds, but it's gonna end up losing a lot else. And I don't know that he did the crippling amount of damage he's really hoping to do here. Still getting a lot done though. Evolution Chamber's down. Sunken Colony's down. He's got 4 Science Vessels behind this. And I think he could press to the 3rd. Does he have enough? Irradiates, not quite yet. But he's grabbing that 12 o'clock, bought himself a lot of time. Too many Defilers built from Tom, sitting at the natural. Unco scanning the front. Sees the single lurker. So how many lurkers we got back here? We got 4 piled up. Getting some good irradiates on the Defiler. Careful, Science Vessels. All the Defiler's going to be gone. A Fire Bat or a Defense Matrix or +1 armor. Okay, he's got +1 armor. He could dive on this. 3rd Creep Colony trying to get dropped. We got a Nidus Canal, but it's on the wrong side to provide support. And I think this might be game. We'll see how well these lurkers are able to burrow and reposition. Yeah, they're gone. Yeah, that's going to be a dead natural. That should be GG. Unco once again able to clear it out here. No GG yet though from Tom here. Still wants to fight it out. Drawn some units out of position. Still has 3 lurkers in the low ground. I don't know how long that's going to hold. Maybe if he... I don't see this happening though. Could rebuild in the main. It's 2 base. A very late 2 base. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and try to grab the main in the top right. Science Vessel count still... We got another dropship and more Science Vessels out in the air though. Scourge might be able to pick off a few of the Science Vessels. Nope, just kidding. I don't think Tom has enough gas left, is the big trick of this. Some Zerglings going for a counterattack at the 12, not finding anything there. He's going to cover the 2 lurkers there with the troop. If a dropship made its way to the 6, could get something down. A Racer Trick moving in here for Unco. Able to get a hit. Drone's gonna go ahead and pull away, so it's basically one base Zerg is so weak, by the way. 2 lurkers also at this position. Just gonna sit here, so it looks like Unco willing to sacrifice the Science Vessel. Okay, loses another Science Vessel. Supply is ridiculous, by the way. 141 to 37. That's, I think, the largest differential we've seen this season. Dropship wandering top right. Doesn't have anything in it. Is this a bait from Unco? He just needs to get some units in that, and that should finish it. Yeah, just needs to draw these Science Vessels, wipe this out, block that out. Defiler's up. We're working on Plague. Dropship just wandering, I guess, to spot? What is this? Unco gonna potentially grab another base out here. I don't know what this dropship thinks it's doing. I guess it's just gonna go end around and we can just scoop these guys up, plop them back here and walk in. Dark Swarm is up, by the way. Some suicide drops. Lurker gonna get caught. Overlord gonna be wiped out. It would be sad if Irradiate worked under the ground here. Yeah, dropship just gonna wander up this direction, went all the way around here, just to get caught by 2 Scourge. That's so sad. Okay, additional Radiate drop. This is the last Lurker up here. And Marines can start pecking away at the sunken colonies. Unco near max supply. Tom down to 22 workers. No more Dark Swarm left. Science Vessel does get picked off there. Dark Swarm forcing some units away, but Tom gonna finally GG. Unco in a great position here to go to the, I think this is still best of 5, to go to the final here. As Tom has dropped 2 games. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.